Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Up next, we'll see Jared Goff and the NFC champion Los Angeles Rams as they square off against the #1 pick, Kyler Murray, and the Arizona Cardinals. With that, let's get out to the desert. Standing by in Glendale, here are Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And Charles, we've got two NFC West teams here. Your assessment of the state of the division coming into 2019, is it the Rams to lose?
We saw the changing of the guard with the Rams taking over from Seattle a couple of seasons ago. But Seattle got back in the game pretty fast, didn't they? You remember preseason last year? It was doom and gloom. They ended up in the playoffs. Arizona, they're kind of hitting the reset button. It's San Francisco to keep your eye on. With good health, good drafts, they could be the team that can really contend.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to go to work, and it's Jared Goff who leads them out. #1 overall pick back in 2016. If you look at it, his rise falls right in line with the arrival of Sean McVay as head coach. 2 years ago, 0-7 start as a rookie, but since then 24-7 in the regular season the last 2 years. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. Goff, a quick throw, complete to Cooks. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And the offensive starters here for Los Angeles.
And I think the entire league benefited when Andrew Whitworth made the decision to come back for his 13th NFL season. Still one of the best offensive tackles in the game. 4 Pro Bowls, 2 times first-team All-Pro. He's now 10th among active players in the NFL in games started.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, Goff. This is caught, it's Cooks. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
On first down, it's Gurley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And the 11 defensive starters for Arizona.
Back in Arizona is outside linebacker Terrell Suggs, who played his college ball for Arizona State before going to the NFL and playing for the Baltimore Ravens for the bulk of his career. Now entering his 17th season, 7 times as a Pro Bowler, 1 time as the NFL Defensive Player of the Year. He can still wreak havoc on all offenses.
Let's go. 180. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Go tonight, by 20.
In your face.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. Now we see a man who got a workout in last year's Super Bowl, Johnny Hekker, on to punt for the Rams as the first drive of the game. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. Wow, what a gutsy call. If you're the defense, opening drive, you just got the stop, or at least you think, and then boom, right back on the field for more.
It had to feel of something that they had planned for all week long. Hey, first drive of the game, let's be aggressive, let's go get them. And now defensively, they've got to be writing notes to themselves. In practice, work on fake punts right out of the gate, because that was really unexpected.
By 20.
Left is 59. Left is 59. Watch the out. Watch the out.
From the red zone now, Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Let's go, defense.
Here's Goff. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This now, play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. This is taken at his 4. He gets away from 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Kyler Murray set to lead this Cardinals offense, and he led them really well in Week 11. Now, it was a loss against San Francisco, but that was a tough one on the road. Look at Kyler Murray's numbers, though. 24-33, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns passing, and then 67 rushing yards, and he had a score with his legs as well.
Yeah, and how about him elevating his game against the best that he sees this year? Because this San Francisco defense, one of the better ones in the league, they've only permitted a quarterback rating of 100 or better twice this year, both of them by Kyler Murray.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And let's look now at the offensive starters for the Cardinals.
We're all looking forward to watching David Johnson bounce back from a rough season in 2018 because we know he has 2,000-yard potential, 1,000 on the ground, 1,000 in the air. And with a new offensive-minded coach in Arizona, look for his numbers to truly increase in 2019.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 2nd down now. It's Johnson. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. The starters on defense here for Los Angeles.
I got a kick out of talking last year with Aaron Donald about how when he came out of college, many NFL teams thought he might be undersized to play defensive tackle. Instead, he's been a perennial All-Pro, Pro Bowl player since day one, and offenses are still searching for ways to block him and keep him from disrupting their offense.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Off the draw, here's Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the 1st quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. JoJo Natson back deep for the Rams. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Come on now, let's go.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Going to run the sweep here. This is Kupp. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Goff. And Woods has it complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Woods coming off by far the best year of his career. 86 catches, over 1,200 yards. Now he's hoping to build on that, but boy, he was a key cog in the wheel that took them to the Super Bowl last season. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the 50, it's gone. And that is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The 4-time All-Pro Johnny Hekker is on to punt for L.A. Back deep, the dangerous Pharaoh Cooper. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
We got this.
Another possession here coming up for the Cardinals offense. Well, we talked about Kyler Murray earlier, and we said that he's been good, some of the positives going for him, but this team has now lost 4 straight, and at 3-7-1, looking like they're certainly not in the playoff mix. So maybe this is what we expected year 1 with a new coach and a new quarterback.
You know what's interesting is that 3-7-1, yeah, about what we might have expected, frankly. Better than what I expected. I thought this was a bad roster all the way through with a rookie head coach. And while they've lost 4 straight, they've been interesting in all 4 of those games. They've made it difficult. They've played better than what their record is. And I think there should be optimism for the future with this Cardinals team.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Murray now on 1st down. This complete to the tight end Clay. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Rolling to his right. He'll run it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And an alley to run. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rounding, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And the Cardinals now heading out to defend. And despite being down on the scoreboard, this unit, they've had some big-time hits.
Sort of like us at practice the other day. I saw you take a running start at that blocking sled. You took it down.
Bounced off like a rubber band.
No, not at all. But you're exactly right. They are doing their job, but they want to add takeaways to it. You need to have more of those to go along with the big hits we're seeing.
By the way, when I tried that and I bounced back, I noticed that you laughed with everyone else. You didn't try to get in my corner.
No. Someone had just told me a joke on the other side.
Right,
I missed that. Totally missed it.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 18. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 10, Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Oh, the Cardinals bring pressure and they get home. It's blocked. Touchdown, Cardinals. As his guys are in for 6, and the Cardinals have taken the lead.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Well, not only did they block it, the awareness to go and grab it and then take it into the end zone for 6 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Los Angeles Rams in Week 11 got a 17-7 win over Chicago, Charles. Their offense taken over again here. You know, that was a much-needed Sunday night victory against the Bears to get to 6-4, and it came on the heels of a very flat performance in a loss to Pittsburgh in Week 10. So the Rams just kind of oscillating back and forth a bit. And
they can't afford to do that. They've got to chase down San Francisco and Seattle within their own division. One bright spot, we saw Todd Gurley run the ball as effectively as we've seen all year long, mainly in the first half before the Bears made some adjustments, but he did have 97 yards on the ground. They'll need that Todd Gurley the rest of the way.
They're holding in on the playoff race in the NFC. Right now still a game and a half back of Minnesota for the number 6 spot. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, man, watch the boot,
Goff. toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. That'll bring up second down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing again is Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Tonight, my 20.
Watch the slant.
On first down, Goff. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Again, Goff. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Zerline's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Murray now on first down. He finds his man Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has the look of a game that could very well go down to the wire. Just 1 point separating these two clubs at the break. But they're ready for the second half, and we are too, as we'll kick it right back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. And they start the second half with Johnson. Corey Littleton there on the tackle. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
Yeah, he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. On 3rd down, Murray. With a catch made by Johnson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Here we go. 120.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Here's Johnny Hekker now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Second down, Murray sets to throw. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end, and it's third down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, second down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Throwing on second down. Murray completes it to Fitzgerald. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Here's Goff. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Rams on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun. Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So out now come the Cardinals. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
26 Mike, 26 Mike.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. It's complete to Williams. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Let's put that team on the punt.
They'll go option to the short side. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Get that quarterback. Kill. Turn up.
They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Shoot.
They go to Johnson again. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? or they're going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Murray now to throw. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Andy Lee now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Oh, they come after him, and it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Past the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, L.A. In for the score. And the Rams are going to jump back in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A big spot now for the rookie Murray. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. Johnson's got it complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. He'll look to throw, and it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Goff now to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as you understand where they are on the field?
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Goff going to throw it. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Here we go. 180.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
All day, baby. Go ahead, take a seat. You can't stop me.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Gurley. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. after the made field goal. Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down by 10, 46 seconds to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Now Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw, Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
To throw is Murray. Underneath for Johnson. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Murray to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for Damian Bird. He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Murray, one final try. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the 4th quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the 4th quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right, that reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense scored some points, defense held them, and lo and behold, they walk away with a win. Maybe expend a little more energy than they expected to, but they'll take it.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long and sign off from the desert.